Hello everyone, Justin here, and today we're going to draw a type of spider that's huge, measuring around 11 inches including the legs. It's called the Goliath bird-eating spider. So anyway, let's go ahead and start by drawing the body. It's basically going to be an oval. And I'm just going to go ahead and start drawing this, and its front area, this is the front by the way, this is going to be the back, isn't exactly perfectly round or smooth, but the back end is more like an egg. And then you can see that the front part here is a little bit flat on the corners. I mean it's his right side here, left side here is a little flatter. Right. So this isn't quite a direct view of the back. So the midline of its body is actually, instead of being straight down here, will be a little bit up this way. So it's got these markings on its back, and these are just a series of ovals or circles that kind of follow the midline. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start drawing these in, and like here's an oval, circle, an oval combined with a circle, and I'll just continue on down this way, and maybe a small one right here. Alright, so its head is going to be right up here, but again, because it's a 3/4 view, the head, instead of being up here, it's going to be a little bit lower. So I'm just going to start kind of drawing in its head, and it's got 3 bumps basically in the front, and the eyes are just 2 small circles right there. Alright, I'm just going to darken some of these lines. I'll probably outline this with a thicker marker in a little bit. So we've got 8 legs basically, and we're going to start with the front leg here. It's going to go out this way, and we'll go ahead and draw its first segment for the leg. It's just a long oval, and then a second one right here, and a third, and maybe a couple more here. Alright, so notice that these segments are kind of following this curve, and I'll draw another one right here. Again, slight curve. I'll draw the second leg here first though, just because the second leg will be kind of overlapping that first. So I'll go ahead and draw that. Again, just kind of long ovals, somewhat flatter, and kind of square at the ends, kind of like a long rectangle actually. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just continue drawing 5 segments. Okay, so now so this was number 2. I'm going to go ahead and draw the first leg here and make that a little bit longer. And you can see here now what I was talking about, how the second leg overlaps the first. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the tip. Alright, so this angle, this curve isn't as rounded as this, just because of perspective. As you turn this body this way, you're gonna see more of a curve. If you looked at this spider directly from the back, all of these legs would pretty much be straight. It just depends on the angle. Alright, so number 2, the left, it's right here. Let's draw the number 2 on the right, and again, same thing, just long ovals. And here, just what I was saying, how the curve becomes more obvious. You can see here, right here, the curve that I was talking about, and the pincher. Okay, so let's draw the third leg here, and this is going to be a little bit smaller. And notice that I curved this part here because this second segment is going to be kind of overlapping that first segment here. And same thing here with the next segment. And these legs right here are curving towards the back. And because of the angle, again, this body is not gonna this body's actually gonna be blocking this leg on the other side, so we're not gonna draw that. So let's draw the fourth leg out here. So this one's heading back more, and again, just like these, and following a slight curve to the back. Okay, here we'll be able to see the far leg, and we'll start down here, and we're basically looking at this leg right there. So we just have 3 segments to go here, and 1. So this isn't really going to be a super accurate representation of the actual spider. This is more or less a graphic drawing, and what I'm doing here now is I'm just gonna add some shading. So like down here, these legs are gonna be darker with the cast shadow from the body, and so I'll just make those a little bit darker. And I'll also go ahead and add some lines towards the bottoms of the legs as a shading, and this just gives it more form, gives it a more three-dimensionality, and do the same here. And I'm just using lines that kind of follow the length of the legs down here. And up here, just some lines towards the bottom. We're assuming the light's coming from above or the left, upper left. Alright, so let's go ahead and add some shading here as well for the head. And I'm just going to use some horizontal lines here. I'm going to emphasize the eyes a little bit and make the line there a little bit thicker, and add like a second layer closer to the body, just kind of as a shadow, just like that. And now let's just add a little bit of shading here for the body, just so this doesn't look so flat. So we've got some darker tones again at the bottom here and the bottom right areas. And I'll just go ahead and use some lines that follow the contour of the outline. And as I get closer to the middle, I'll separate them up a little bit more. And so you get this gradient from light to the darker parts here in the lower part and the right side areas. Okay. And what I'll do as well is I'll vary the lines a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and outline a little bit more here as well, and maybe darken the lower right areas with my thicker Sharpie. And this just helps to vary the line width, kind of clean up some of the lines that are a little too irregular. So what I'm doing here is a little subtle, but the effect will be evident once you look at the picture as a whole, the drawing. Okay, so it all depends on the style that you're looking for. I'm trying to make this a little bit more graphic. Alright, so now let me go ahead and add some more detail. And here I'm gonna just go ahead and add some short lines, and this just kind of indicates some of the fine hair that's coming off the legs, and add some as well on the inside part of the legs, just like this. Just very short fine lines, and I'll just go all over. Kind of vary these a little bit so that it's not so regular. So as you draw some of these tiny hairs, make sure you overlap into the leg itself as well, not just coming off the outline, but they're actually kind of going inside as well, inside of the outline. Alright, let's just take a look at this and kind of fine tune some of these. So as I make, say, the outline here darker, I want to make sure it tapers into that thinner line right there, so you don't have this abrupt transition from a dark or from a thick Sharpie line to a very thin line from my pen. So you want a nice transition, and always look at your drawing, make sure that it looks fairly even throughout, where, you know, let's say my line's thick here but it's very thin elsewhere. You want a little bit of consistency throughout your drawing. And I think I'm pretty much done. I'm just gonna add a couple more like details, a couple more spots, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stop right there. So thanks a lot for watching. I hope you got something out of this, and I'll see you next time. Take care and have a great day. Bye.